and so it kind of smells like farts at that time in the morning.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that's great.
Ugh. Bearing in mind, I always sleep with my windows shut.
Oh, I can't do that. Need fresh air.
I just
Cool.
always end up with things climbing into my room, like crawling in or flying in, if I leave my windows open.
I should be so lucky.
Come on, Cletus.
It's been a while since we've recorded.
Yeah, it feels like
Nearly
about a
now,
month.
isn't
Yeah, man, it's been a while.
Oh, I do apologise for the hacking.
It's alright, mate.
That's why I use push to talk. Usually when I'm not speaking, I'm coughing.
Oh.
Right, we are attempting to live stream.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
It's a love stream.
Yeah, I'm going to try and do it
Love stream.
again. It might fuck up though because it used to on my Virgin, but it might. I'm testing it because now we're doing it on OBS. It might have been something to do with Skype, maybe, because we all know how great Skype is.
Yeah. Going with the Great British sarcasm there, right?
Yeah. Okay, so it's only us guys because everyone else has let us down again. Fucking
Bastards.
Classic.
yeah. And you might hear a train
We need some more.
go past every now and again.
Need some more foreigners, mate.
That's what we need, some foreigners, definitely. Well, I have asked people to, when they have questions, to shout out in the podcast chat on Discord, and then they can join the actual voice chat to ask the questions. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
We'll see if anyone actually does it, though.
What about how's your Thai friend doing?
Who? What?
The guy who lived ran like an internet cafe in Thailand, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, Hench. He's actually addicted to WoW at the moment.
All right.
For some reason,
Good
he's
lad.
never on our Discord group anymore, but he is. Whenever I log on to Battle.net, I see him playing, and he's actually playing right now. He is in Dust Wallow Marsh, Kazakh, if that means anything to anyone.
That's one of the Marsh area, Kazakh server.
There you go.
The new DLC or content's out soon, isn't it? Expansion.
Yeah.
Talk about that in a bit, but yeah, like the pre-patch goes live Tuesday.
Oh
if you're
wow,
American.
so it's pretty soon.
And then Battle for Azeroth comes out August 15th, something like that. So yeah, a month.
I must admit, when I watched the old freaking the trailer for the announcement trailer for the expansion, I don't know too much about WoW apart from the fact I've watched someone play it for half hour and I watched the film.
Oh man, the film was terrible.
I just imagined loads of people going absolutely fucking apeshit when that female dark elf or whatever screams for the horde. Like sort of a thing.
She's the war chief, basically.
Right.
She's undead. She's a banshee.
Yeah. I kind of recognise her from possibly a few Rule 34 things I've seen online.
Yeah, fair.
For some reason, it says we are live streaming Fortnite.
Probably because it's the most popular thing. Oh, Rooski Doo's in the hizzle. We might have a full post. Gate crash.
Short talk shows. There we go. So I'm just trying to sort out the bloody Twitch stream. Bloody pain in the arse.
By
Oh,
the
hi,
way, I haven't put
Rooski.
anything.
Hello, Rooski.
Possible mic issues, I don't know. I just want to find out who that is vomiting.
Vomiting.
I can't hear anything.
Yeah, it's like some female puking rainbows. His pick, his avatar pick, or whatever you want to pick.
Okay, right. We're what episode are we on anyway? I can't fucking remember.
I don't know. Don't ever ask me,
I
mate.
don't know.
I can find out. Give me a second. 464.
Bloody hell.
464.
Screaming child.
Okay, well, if Ruski wants to join, he can join.
screaming frog.
I have also said that Nicky can join if he has Discord and a decent mic, but we'll see what happens. We're just going to go with the
Nicky
flow.
Wilson.
Maybe people can join for questions if they want to ask questions. That would be pretty fun So just talk in the podcast Discord room instead of the Twitch if you can, because I can't keep an eye on everything.
Oh, Risky's disappeared.
Okay, right, so I'm going to start recording on OBS. It might fuck everything up.
I'll go last anyway. It's
Oh,
easier for
okay.
me to remember that.
It's
Because the
working.
amount of botched intros.
Right, so we'll
Just
go...
remember that I only really mentioned my Battle.net tag, so, you know, fuck it. So don't wait for me.
Okay, so it's me, then Matt, then Darren, and then if anyone else joins, they can say hello.
Yeah.
Living the dream. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
And a 3, and a 2, and a 1. Hello and welcome to Mojo Radio, episode 464 for Tuesday the 17th of July 2018. I'm your host Mark Webb, Gamertag, Pearson ID, Steam ID, Webby317, and joining me on this fine evening is...
Yet again, the sweaty version of Chewbacca. It's Matt. You'll find me on Battle.net as Setter #2508.
And gasping on top of my bed like a fish out of water, it's Sensei Switch.
And that's it, everyone else has let us down, bastards.
Bastards.
But we have come up with a new idea. Whilst me and Matt were at work on night shift the other day, we were having a discussion. And we are now recording the show via Discord, which is pretty cool. We're hoping it's a little bit more reliable than Skype. We have been using Skype for over 10 years to record, so we thought we might as well have a change. But what we're doing now is, I'm now live streaming it on our Twitch channel as well. I'm hoping it doesn't break. But also, what I want people to do is, obviously, you can ask questions on Facebook, but you can also, if you join the Discord channel, and the Discord link will be in the show notes to the podcast, you can put questions in the podcast text chat. But if you want to hang around and you're listening to the show on Twitch and you want to ask a question, when it comes to the questions section, just join our voice chat on Discord and ask your questions and join in the convo at the end of the show. I think that was pretty fun. And it'll be quite interesting. So there we go.
Theory.
In theory, unless we get like loads of people spam us and then we can't get a word in edgeways. But I'm sure that won't happen.
You're used to that with me anyway.
Yeah, true. So anyway, we've had a long break and it's nice to be recording the show again. I have missed doing it with you guys. I did have a great holiday though. Australia was amazing. Middle of winter I was there and it was still like 23, 24 degrees most day. Lovely sunshine.
It's probably hotter back here.
It was hotter back here. I was looking at the weather and it was like 30, 31 degrees in the UK. And I was like, bloody hell, I'm so glad I'm not there. And it's been absolutely scorching since I've been back. It's been insane. And obviously the heat in the UK is a lot different because it's really humid here, yeah, whereas it's quite dry where I was in Brisbane. But yeah, I had a great time. The beaches are amazing there. The city's fantastic. So I just want to give a big shout out to our Australian listeners who live on that side of the world. You have a great country and I very much enjoyed my stay there.
And you weren't killed by anything.
And I wasn't killed by anything, even though I did see some dingoes. They didn't eat my baby. And everything was good in the hood.
Sounds like they're eating him now.
Yes, yeah, he's very noisy. I've been looking after him all day, and you know what? Zero gaming time with that child. He is just so demanding. I was thinking to myself, oh, he'll have a nap for an hour or so at some point this afternoon. I can get some gaming in. He fell asleep. I put him to bed. I thought, oh, yes, I'm going to get some gaming in here. 20 minutes later, screaming, he's awake again.
You need to RMA him, get a new one.
Yeah. It's just...
Effective.
It's just you can't do anything when you're looking after a kid. Like, you can't game at all. It's literally, they want your attention.
And if you turn your back for a second, especially when they're like toddlers, they're off and into something.
Yeah, yeah. But apart from that, I have actually played some games, guys. I've played quite a lot of the Nintendo Switch, funnily enough. It was my best friend on the aeroplane. Friend! And I did pick up a few new games before my travels as well. So, Going to go through quite a lot of Switch games and a couple of PC games. Nothing on the other consoles because I've not even had a chance to game on those other systems since I've been back off holiday. So I want to start off with a brand new game that's only just come out. Octopath Traveler. Now, this game is freaking awesome. So before I went on holiday, I downloaded the 3-hour demo, and I was like, "Oh, this will be awesome!" I played this on the plane on the way to Australia, and then when the game comes out, I think it only came out the other day. I'll be ready for it. Yeah, so I played the demo on the journey on the plane on the way to Oz, and those 3 hours just went by so quick. I was like, "Is that it? The demo's over?" No! But the good thing about the demo is, though, that your gameplay, it saves where you are and you just carry on.
Right.
So that's awesome. But I'm loving it because I'm loving these kind of 16-bit pixel art style. And it's very reminiscent of, those old school JRPGs from yesteryear.
To me, it really looks like, art style-wise, it reminds me of the second Secret of Mana game.
Yeah, it reminds me of Secret of Mana, a little bit like Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah.
And it's really, really cool. So there's 8 characters which can be in your party. But you can only have 4 in your party at one time to be battling with. But you can go around and you collect all these 8 characters. So you start off with 1. And the first one you choose is your main character throughout the game. And then the other ones who you bump into just join your party. They're all marked on the map, so you go and meet them all, and they all have a pretty cool backstory, and you play in quite a lot of their backstory before they join your party properly. And then once you have all 8 of the characters, you can choose who's in your party. They all have different skills. You've got like an archer, healers, all the various different RPG kind of dudes that you can have, which is really cool. I will say, I've got 6 of the characters so far, so I've got another 2 to get before I carry on with the rest of the main quest. This game is hard. If you're not grinding your dudes as you're travelling around the area, you are going to be in a lot of trouble. You really are. Do not flee from fights.
Did you just censor yourself?
Yeah. If you flee from battles, you're just going to fuck yourself over. You need to fight all the battles. And even if you do, like I do, you will still get to points in the game where you are going to die. So just be prepared for that. The difficulty does ramp up very quick. There's no difficulty settings in this.
Is there a death penalty, or is it just reload save?
No, it's just reload save. So every time you see a save point, make sure you save. But I'm really, really enjoying it. It's so good.
Yeah, JRPGs are very grindy anyway, aren't they?
Yeah.
In comparison.
Yeah.
But it works so well on the Switch.
Western.
And I can see why it's a Switch exclusive, because it's one of those games that plays obviously very, very well on the small screen, but it also looks great on the big screen as well. I've played it on my TV at home and it looks great, and it's nice to play with the Pro controller, but whichever way you play it, it's just phenomenal. It is probably one of the top games on the Switch right now. It's just absolutely phenomenal.
Well, put it this way, it's such a hit in Japan that I think every store has sold out of retail copies of the game, and Nintendo are struggling to create more to meet the demand.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they're literally telling people to buy it digitally, because they don't know when they'll be able to get the physical copies back out there to people that want them.
Similar thing happened here, because I know my housemate's one just arrived today. Apparently they just didn't send enough physical copies out to distributors in the UK.
Wow.
So I'm probably playing that a bit later as well, because I'm sort of borrowing a bit of Switch time.
I mean, I got quite a good deal on Octopath. I pre-ordered it online through Smith's Toy Stores and got it for £35.
Nice.
It's 45 quid everywhere else. But then I said to Matt when I was on shift again, I said, I'm a little bit annoyed because I went into Smith's and they were just selling it off the shelf for 35 quid. So I didn't even need to pre-order and pay for it online. But I went back into Smith's Toy Stores today because I wanted to buy Marcus a little toy, and it's now selling in there for 45. So I'm guessing they must have just had a day one launch price or something.
Yeah, you should have bought another copy, mate. You could have made money on that, maybe.
Nah. Anyway, yeah, it's a great game, and it is a highlight on the Nintendo Switch for me. So, any other questions about this amazing game? No.
No, it's definitely one that I'm very interested in if I ever pick up a Switch, which I hopefully will at some point. But
I do have one actually, which is the demo just the start of the game, or is it like a little mini prequel?
So the demo is actually, I think it's the full game, but you just get 3 hours to play within the game.
Okay.
And then obviously you buy the game and it just carries on.
But so it's not a prequel, and I should do
No.
if I'm playing it. I don't bother with the demo, just play the full game.
Yeah,
Cool.
just play it's just the full game. Yeah. So, yeah, absolutely fantastic. Right, next is another Switch game. Wow, it's a game that's out on. I'm a little bit annoyed. I picked this up actually because it's actually on Xbox Game Pass, and I didn't realise. It's a game called Bomber Crew.
Yeah, man.
It's absolutely really cool. I've only played it very briefly, about 10 minutes, so I can't really give a massive review on this. But all I'll say is so far, first impressions, it's very cool. So you have a little plane, and it's set in World War II. And you are flying around, and you have to move your little dudes around within the plane. Like, so you've got a pilot, a gunner, and someone who fixes things, etc. It reminds me quite a bit like what's that space game that where you do that sort of
FTL.
stuff? Yeah, a little bit like FTL. And it's really cool. Works really well on the Switch from what I've played for the very limited time I've played of it. So I just wanted to mention that it's a fun little game. But if you've got Xbox Game Pass, check it out on there for free. It's a pretty cool game, and obviously achievements, but it's pretty cool on the Switch because you can play it on the go. Obviously it's also available on PC, and I think it's available on PlayStation, so it's available everywhere, and it's really cool. So
Yeah, looks fun.
Yeah.
And if it's anything like FTL, I mean, let me know. I might well purchase it myself because I sank lots of hours into FTL.
There we go, and I think it's pretty cheap on PC as well.
Yeah, so I think it's about tenner, something
Yeah.
like that. But actually, yeah, sank a lot of hours into FTL. Also, a lot of tears. Have you played it?
No, I've never heard of this Tears game.
No, sank a
No,
lot of tears into
FTL.
Oh, you sunk a lot of tears into
Oh my
FTL.
Oh my god.
Lols.
Oh,
What a noob.
oh, the pain.
The pain. The pain is real. I'm editing that out, you know. Okay, so he's talking about the Switch still. So while I was in Australia, I played quite a bit of Mario Kart 8 with the kids. That was a lot of fun, playing some Mario Kart with actual real-life people sitting with me, next to me, sharing the screen on the tiny little controllers.
Experience. Can I just sort of side note here? Are you going to start every new sentence really with "while I was in Australia" just to rub it in?
Yes.
Bastard.
Because I played a lot of games while I was out there, so I just...
What? Where? Sorry, where were you?
Australia. Australia. Okay, where are we?
No, I was taking the piss. That was it.
So I picked up another little RPG on the Nintendo Switch. It's also available on the PC. I'm not sure if it's available on the other consoles or not. It's a game called I Am Setsuna.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sure it was out on PS4 and a while. Like, it's quite an old one actually. That
It
one.
is quite old, so it was on sale, really cheap. Sunk about 15 hours into it while I was on the plane to Australia. It's really cool. It got very bad reviews, but I'm really liking it. Again, it is quite difficult, but it's a very old school kind of top-down RPG made by Square Enix. It's got a lot of the JRPG cliches from yesteryear again, you know, like an epic story save. Well, it's not saving the princess, it's all about getting Satsuna to a place.
It sounds really depressing.
It
like
is
the
very
story.
depressing, but it has such an amazing soundtrack as well.
Yeah, I have the soundtrack. It's all like piano-y and stuff,
Yeah.
isn't it?
So the soundtrack is great.
Always going through like a snow area. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
the whole game
Like-
is set in the snow. So that's one of the things that reviewers are saying, oh, it's all set in the snow, there's not any change. But I like it. You know, it's really interesting. I'm loving I'm loving the story in this. You know, all the characters you meet all have their own little quirks and all have their own little backstories. And it's just feels like an epic adventure to get to where you need to go. I'm not going to give away any spoilers, But I'm really enjoying it, and I'm loving the turn-based combat. I'm loving at the moment that there's plenty of choice of games that let you do turn-based combat, because I don't know if you remember, all the great JRPGs or RPGs of the 90s and early 2000s were all turn-based, and then they kind of went away from that.
Well, they tried to change it up, didn't they?
Yeah.
With like stuff like that shitty paradigm shift system in Final Fantasy 13, which was kind of a mishmash of turn-based and shit, really.
Do you know, it kind of worked if you kind of got it, but I didn't really see the point in them trying to implement it. Like it was literally like every 2 turns switch paradigms and then kick butts, and it just made no sense to.
And you only really controlled one person. Like, you
Yeah.
only ever controlled lightning, and if the enemy's ganged up on, like, the same character all the time, there's nothing you can really do. I was like, this is fucking terrible. That's one of the reasons why I stopped playing it. But some people liked it.
But yeah, I'm really loving Setsuna, and it's a fantastic game. But where I was trying to get to is I'm loving that there's choice of games to play with turn-based combat again, because those are the sort of games that I grew up with as a kid and a teenager, and it's nice to kind of get back to that again, because it's not just hack and slash. It makes you think. You've got tactics involved, and I really like that.
Thinking moves ahead and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I've said to people before, with the technology that they've got these days, they can actually make turn-based combat games pretty interesting. I mean, there's some people that'll be like, oh, it's boring, you just run forward and attack. And it's like, well, have multiple different attack animations so it doesn't seem repetitive.
Yeah.
There's like multiple ways they can make those games like look and improve a lot better than they could.
Yeah.
Rather than it just like sticking with the trial formula.
Agreed. Right,
and
so move on.
obviously, we're getting another one with Dragon Quest on the PS4 and Switch very soon as well. That's turn-based.
Yeah. Right, so I'll talk about another game.
Go for it.
Another game on the Switch. It's also available on PC. A little game called Hollow Knight. Anyone else played this?
I've seen a lot of people on Twitter playing it.
It's so good. It is so freaking awesome. But oh my god, is this game hard. Again, it reminds me of like a 2D Dark Souls in a way.
Is it similar to Shovel Knight? Or am I getting because it sounds similar?
It's a Metroidvania.
It is a Metroidvania, but what it is, like, you're this weird knight bunny dude, and basically you go around. It's Metroidvania, and you have a little sword, and there's a lot of jumping. But there's a massive variety of enemies in this game. And like in Dark Souls, every enemy is difficult until you learn their pattern.
Yeah.
This is exactly like that. So every enemy has their own little pattern to them. They all do different moves. And until you learn their moves, you're going to get pwned by these fuckers. If you die, you lose all these little coins that you collect, and the only way you get them back is if you go back to that area and jump on your ghost, and then you get them back. Very much like Dark Souls again.
And that's incredibly familiar.
Yeah, but it's a lot of fun, and the art style on this is absolutely fantastic. And it's very... so the combat is really, really cool, but also the platforming is really, really awesome with some of the obstacles you've got to hit and got to get past, and there's like doors you need to unlock from different areas, etc. And it's just a great game. It's just absolutely, fantastic. It's a lot of fun, and it suits the Switch really, really well, because again, those type of games lend to the small screen really, really well, as well as being absolutely brilliant on the PC and other formats. I think this is coming to Xbox and PlayStation soon.
I think it's on everything, or if not heading to everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense for a smaller independent developer to do that anyway.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, it's a great game. It's a little indie title, so I wholeheartedly recommend this to people to pick up. It's absolutely brilliant.
It's on my wish list.
There we go. Maybe for Christmas. So
Secret Santa.
I picked up a weird Switch game. I don't know if anyone's even heard of this. It's called Azure Striker Gunvolt.
I Don't know, but
Yes,
it sounds Japanese.
it was a 3DS game originally.
Well, there you go. So,
Isn't it by it's by one of the really well-known pixel art studios?
it is a
Is it
Japanese
WayForward?
game. So it's got 2 games on it. So I'm guessing it's from the 3DS. It's got 1 and 2. I've only played a little bit of 1. And you're this dude. It's a side scroller again. It's like a 2D pixel art type game, and you have like these weird electric powers. So you have these special moves where you get like a big electric bubble going around you, and you also have a gun. But the more you if you use the electric stuff, like there's a meter that goes down, so you need to stop using it for a time for the meter to build back up again. But also the electric bubble that goes around you actually shoots off bolts that kill enemies as well, or weakens them so you can shoot them, or you shoot them to get the shields down and then electrocute them. But also there's like some really big falls in the game, and so you have to like use the electric bubble thing to slow yourself down, which is pretty cool. It's just one of those, just a proper action-packed 2D action platformer game again, where it's just absolutely insane. Some of the boss battles I've fought in this are just absolutely nuts. But you can tell it's very Japanesey because it has a lot of talking in it, a lot of text. But the only annoying thing about it is when the text is coming through when you're playing, it takes up like half the freaking screen, so you can't see where you're going. That's the only frustrating thing. But it's a really, really fun game. I only picked it up while I was in Australia because it was really, really cheap, and in the UK it's like 45 quid. I think it's quite rare.
Was it a physical copy, was it?
Yeah, it's a physical copy, and that's why I got it.
On the 3DS it was digital only, so that's why I never got it.
Yeah, so physical copy, and I think the physical copies are quite hard to get hold of in the UK. And if you can, they're very expensive. So that's why I picked that up.
Does look fun though. It looks a bit sort of Mega Man-y.
Yeah, that's kind of what it reminds me of as well. It does get very difficult at times, but it's again, as I was saying, it's just really, really fun. Okay, another Switch game. This is a game I had on the Xbox 360, which I really enjoyed, and there's a remastered version come out on the Switch, and that is Lumines Remastered. I don't know if any of you guys played the Lumines games before. It's basically funky electro music, and it's little blocks that come down, and when you get 4 of the same colour next to each other, they disappear, and it changes up the music and the patterns, and it's just really, really fun. So I just want to mention that's a really cool game that's out on the Switch. Give it a check. Just check it out. It's cool.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Another game that I really, really like. So it's side-scrolly, shooty game.
Pew.
Cinemora EX. So I know
this was on 360 as well, wasn't it? Cinemora.
Yeah, so I had Cinemora on the 360 and I really enjoyed it. So I'm not actually sure what they've added in the remastered version on the Switch. I mean, the graphics look absolutely fantastic. So if you like your side-scrolling bullet hell games, this is a game for you. You play as different characters throughout this game, all with different aeroplanes, which can also go underwater for some weird reason. But it is very much, but it is a proper bullet hell game, and it is really freaking hard. But it's all about time travel, and the different planes are going through these time continuum things, and going to different time periods, and shooting people in the face with your plane. And there's some massive monsters which you're destroying, and it's just a lot of fun. I really, really like it.
I'm looking at some screenshots of it now, and I'm just looking at some of these boss fights, thinking, where the fuck is your actual plane? Can't see shit for all the bullets.
That's what I'm saying. But it is really, really cool, and again, it's just another little game which it's a pick up and play game which you can just pick up and play for 10 minutes at a time and then put it down. And now I've got Marcus, who's taking up a lot more of my free time. I am kind of leaning more towards those pick up and play for 10-20 minute type games at the moment, because I'm finding with other games I'm not getting to put the time into them that I want. If that makes sense. And one of them I will talk about in a minute, which I'm trying to put time into, but I'm finding it really difficult to. So, before I get onto that game, I just want to talk about a game that you must all play. And I know this is coming to the Switch, the PlayStation, and the Xbox very soon. It's been out on the PC for about a year in beta. I don't know if it's in beta on PC or not. It was on the Steam sale a few weeks ago. Dead Cells. This game
I've heard of it.
This game is so much fun. I'm addicted. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just absolutely addicted to this game on Steam at the moment. So basically, you are a bunch of cells. Hence the name of the game. And at the beginning of the game, your cells take over this dead body.
Nice.
And basically, you've got a gun. Well, you've got a sword, sorry. You've got a sword and a bow and arrow. I don't know where I got a gun from. I was thinking of the Striker game again. So you have a sword and you can pick up a bow and arrow. And it's a Metroidvania game, but with a twist. So you can go through the game and you explore the levels, and then at the end of each kind of level there's a door which takes you to the next level, but in between you can upgrade yourself and get different perks, etc, etc. But as you're exploring these different levels, you can pick up new guns which are new weapons that are more powerful. But this game is really, really hard, so you die quite often. So when you die, you have to start the whole game again from the beginning. Your cells come through again, take over another corpse. But how it keeps the continuity in this game is you lose your weapons, but you keep all the upgrades that you get throughout the game. So the upgrades like for more health and to retain your money when you die and various other upgrades. But every time you start the game again, the levels are completely different as well, because they're kind of randomly generated. So it keeps you wanting to play.
A game called Rogue Legacy.
Yes, it reminds me a little bit of Rogue Legacy in that aspect, yes. Apart from, Rogue Legacy has the characters are quite they're quite silly, but that made the game really, really fun in its own right. So it's very much like that, but hasn't got the silliness. And it's a lot of fun. The art style in this is just absolutely gorgeous. It's pixel art, and it's just a lot of fun. I've just been playing it a lot on and off the last few days, only because again, it's a great pick up and play game. Right, I can just load it up within seconds on my PC, get my controller in my hand, and just play it for 10-20 minutes, put it down, do whatever I need to do, pick it up again, and it's just a lot of fun. Every time I play it, I have a smile on my face. No, Dead Cells is not free to play. I think I picked up for £6 in Steam sale, but I think it's a £10-11 just as a standard price. So it's not expensive.
$21.99 right now.
What?
Yep.
Oh man, I've got a deal on that then. Yeah. Lols.
That's quite a lot. I mean, it looks gorgeous, and on release it might be worth it, but considering it's still in early access, I'm personally not going to shell out that much. No,
I mean, that's fair. I mean, I was lucky I got it as cheap as I did in the Steam sale then, to be honest. So
yeah, does look good though. Looks well put together. Reviews are nice.
Yeah.
Gameplay looks nice and smooth as well.
It's very, very awesome. Cool. Right. So I'm just playing around with some Twitch stuff at the moment, I'm just trying to... There we go. Ooh, hello everybody. I'm just putting my screen on so people can see the Steam.
What are you looking at?
Yeah, so there's Dead Cells there. Just so people can see it on the old Twitch. Okay, so the last game I've been playing is a little game on the PC, but it's also available on Xbox, PS4, and it's also coming... Yes, the Nintendo Switch very soon. Free to play is a little game called Warframe.
Boy.
Be interesting to see how the Switch handles that, to be honest.
It looks like it handles really well. What they did was a live reveal of it at TennoCon, which is the yearly Warframe convention, and
Yeah.
it seemed like it played smoothly.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of reveals at TennoCon, but I'll let Mark talk first, and then I'm
sure I'll need you to jump in, Matt, because you've put a lot of hours into this.
How many other games have a con? Like that are free-to-play games have their own con.
I know.
Well, I'm sure there'll be a Fortnite con at some point.
I mean, you like League of Legends do stuff, Dota do stuff. It's more than one con, isn't it?
That's the Blizzard thing, though, isn't it?
What? No. Well, BlizzCon.
BlizzCon, yeah.
But that's not Dota or League of Legends or anything.
True.
The BlizzCon's a paid thing anyway. Well, I mean, it's not. I'm gonna just abandon this sentence here because I don't know where I'm going with it.
I don't know either. Anyway, we're talking about Warframe.
Yeah, that was the one.
So, Matt convinced me to start playing this.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put my birthday into here. That's not much of birthday. And I'm really liking it, man. I'm still actually, to be quite honest with you, don't really know what I'm doing in this game. Yeah. And I've played it quite a bit, but I have changed my frame now. I'm using the Frost Prime.
Is fun.
Yep. So, I'm just going to put a comparison out to this game. I'm going to slightly compare this to Destiny, but
feel free.
So I'm going to say that what I've played so far is it plays better than Destiny, and it certainly has a lot more content than Destiny, and this is free. It's insane. I've not spent any money on this as of yet. And I can only see at the moment what I've seen is you can spend money on buying different frames. I can't actually see on what else you can spend money on in this game.
So you can spend real money to buy platinum, which can get you most things from the market. Different frames, which you could call classes, different weapons are all purchasable for a couple of hundred platinum. But everything that you can buy in the market, you can also obtain for free. So, you know.
So yeah,
but shortcuts basically, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. But then, how much grinding do you need to do to get this stuff for free?
I mean, for like individual frames, it's not actually that much. Some of the newer stuff is obviously like a bit. It's not even harder to get. It's just more time-consuming. Some of the newer bits rely on things like drop chances from end-game content, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But I mean, you've got multiple different systems for earning different things. I mean, various sort of what you'd call early to mid-game frames you get from just like boss fights around the systems. A lot of them can be obtained just through doing some of the story quests that they've released over the years. And some of the prime stuff you do in part of like one of the end game mechanics where you unlock rifts. You go into rifts and you unlock relics, and you earn parts for the like prime frames and weapons, which are basically just upgrades.
Yeah, that sounds cool, and I have upgraded my dude a little bit. So my experience of this game is I've not actually played with friends, because none of my friends have ever been on when I've been playing. And not enough of my friends play this on PC.
And they should.
I know
it'll run on a potato.
But a lot of the community I can see are playing it on Xbox and PlayStation, which is cool. I'm playing it on PC because that's where I want to play. And I want to play some more of it. I've seen that one of our community members, Burry White, who's actually listening at the moment, has been playing it on PC. So he said that he's gonna add us and join us. So that's nice. Cool. But what I'm liking about this, even if you don't have friends, it just, when you're doing the missions, it just randomly puts you with people and you're in a squad if you've set yourself to public. And I really like that because it just makes you feel like you're always with people, and I've not had any negative experiences whilst playing this game with people. I mean, I've not been hooked into voice chat or anything, but it's just been a lot of fun. And again, it reminds me of Destiny in the way like the loading screens is your ships flying towards just flying.
Have you had a nice wiggle with the mouse yet?
No, doesn't move it around.
Mouse buttons opens your air brakes and stuff, and then your WASD keys just wiggle your ship about.
Oh, cool.
Just
So,
just as a kind of hello lads. Let's
so,
go to some space clones.
so if for people that don't know what this game is, never played it, never seen it, it's basically it's a third-person shooter action game. That's how I would describe it. So you have just say my class, for example. I've got a machine gun, a pistol, and a sword, and the sword is so cool. So when you get close to people, you just hit your melee button, and you're like a fucking ninja. You're just wiggling your sword around. But it's like you can jump in the air and do all these dashy moves as well, and you're just slicing up bitches, right? But then you've also got this really cool shooting mechanic with your firearms as well, which is really, really fun. And that's what I'm liking about it. And I've not felt, whilst I've been playing this, that I've needed to spend any money, which is really, really cool. I'm just enjoying it for what it is. I just want to go out and say that there's some massive updates coming out for this game. And Matt linked me to the reveal. So, because at the moment,
I'm going to be popping this reveal on the Mojo Facebook page
Cool.
in a bit.
So
everyone should watch it. It's badass.
Yeah, it is really, really cool. So at the moment, the game is you're in your ship, and it's kind of your hub, and then you go to different areas and do your missions, and it's very much on the ground. You're shooting dudes, and you're using your ninja sword. But in this video reveal, this is what reminded me of Destiny again. There was one update where you're on this planet and you're on fucking hoverboards.
So, just to interject here as well, there's already an open world environment.
So I've been there, yeah, and that's pretty cool.
Oh, Plains of Eidolon.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Did you get your ass handed to you?
No, I was there for like 2 minutes because I was like, I didn't want to be here. I wanted to do a mission. But the other thing that I thought was really cool, they had another reveal for where you can do space battles in your spaceships.
Yeah, man.
Well, I was like, fuck me. So, but what was really cool about it, these 4 dudes on the spaceship, one person was flying it around and the other dudes were on turrets on other parts of the ship shooting stuff. I was like, this is so cool. So, I'm excited for the update to come out. I just think it's really weird because this game has actually been out for quite a few years now, and it's just
at least it was a launch game on the PS4.
Well, there you go. I mean, it was like
and it had
4
been
years
on PC for a year or so before that, so it's possibly like coming up to 5 years.
Something like
5 years.
Yes, and a lot of people poo-pooed it when it came out, but apparently it's improved a hell of a lot over the years, and it seems to me at the moment Warframe seems to be getting a lot of media attention, and a lot of people are really excited for it at the moment.
It's because they listen to the feedback from their players.
Yeah.
Like that. I think there was an issue before when they added like a shitload of like loot boxy stuff into the game, and there was a bit of a fan backlash, and they listened to them and took it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's just so much coming up for Warframe as well. It's insane. Like the game as it is at the moment, it has so much content, like insane amounts. But what they're adding to it with just, I mean, I can barely. There's so much. But what Mike was just saying about like it becoming like, I mean, the fact that it's free and it just becoming so popular now. I think it's regularly on the sort of most concurrent players list on Steam.
Yeah.
PC Gamer ran an article recently just saying Warframe has quietly become the best free-to-play game on PC, which is arguably true because don't forget you've still got stuff like Dota 2, League of Legends, Heroes of the Storm. You've got Path of Exile, which is another fantastic game. But just I mean, it's mental just the amount of stuff that's in Warframe, and it's free. It's fucking free.
There you go.
It makes my brain ache, but like what they revealed in the Tenacon, I've just posted the thing on the Mojo page. It's about a 32-minute reveal video of the new city area, the new plains area, which is part of the Fortuna expansion, and then what they're calling Railjack. I'm sorry?
Did Fortuna?
Just Fortuna, I believe.
But
then they're adding the spaceflight stuff, which is called Railjack at the moment. It could change, but it just looks great. So yeah, I mean, like we said, it coming to Switch again. It's going to be free to play on Switch. Looks like it's running really well. the game as a whole is quite grindy and stuff, but the fact that the missions are like 5-10 minutes long,
Yeah.
you know, you can literally pick up, launch into a mission on Switch, and you know, you're done in 5-10 minutes, and it suits the sort of pick up and play style really well. Some of the longer grindy bits maybe not so much, but you know, it's the same on PC. They've announced 2 new warframes as well, 2 new classes. So you've got Revenant, which looks like some kind of death spirit with lasers kind of thing. And then you've got Garuda, which was
Surely to do with wind.
no, it's gore themed.
Weird. Garuda's
Yeah.
like the wind summon in 14.
I think it's some yeah, it is, isn't it? But yeah, this particular frame is gore themed, but it's sort of supposed to be it's a female frame. It's supposed to be elegant. It's got giant claws and stuff, and it just looks really, really brutal. Which is, yeah, all up for a bit of like murder, really. Yeah, I mean, you covered it really. You've got this huge open area in Fortuna, which is basically on Venus. You've got a sort of a city area to go in and get the bounty quest, similar to how it currently works in Plains of Eidolon. More configurable things, like, you know, customizable secondary weapons, which are pistols, customizable pets, so you can have a robot dude hanging about with you. Hoverboards, I mean, you know, hoverboards. What more do you want? It's hoverboards. But they've also said that some of the changes that are adding for Fortuna will be retroactively applied to Plains of Eidolon as well. So you'll be able to zip around Plains of Eidolon on your hoverboard, as well as having to build these stupid Arcwing launchers. But
I was going to say, didn't you have like some sort of like wingsuit or something anyway for the planes?
What you've currently got is the Arcwing, which is also your space combat suit thing. But you know, being able to zip around on hoverboards would be just hilarious. Archwings, they're very white. Oh no, Archwings, no. Archwings are terrible. There's a dude in Discord here, and it's just no. Arcwings they're a ball ache.
So anyway, Warframe is awesome. Is there anything else you want to say on it, Matt? Because that's literally the last game I've played this 3 weeks.
I've got a few more games and bits to talk about, but Warframe, I'm done for.
Well, go for it, dude. Go for it.
Right. Let me just edit my list here.
Lovely burp, whoever did that.
Wasn't me, for once. In other news, everyone remember Aliens Colonial Marines?
Oh yes, what a great time we had on that.
I still have that on my shelf.
Well, it's recently cropped up that that whole game. I mean, did anyone actually play it and realise that the enemy AI was terrible?
I knew that going for one of the achievements, the only way we actually managed to do it was stick it on its hardest difficulty, because the amount of times we tried doing it on the easiest difficulty, one of these aliens would always get over the barrier. But yet on the hardest difficulty, we rinsed it first time. So which is hilarious.
It turns out it's recently come to light, at least in public. Apparently, they've known about this since October. The AI problems in that game were all caused by a single typo in a line of code.
Brilliant.
And they've published, you know, how to fix it, and apparently it actually plays all right. Which is hilarious. Yeah, they misspelt tether to tiather, and it just ruined everything.
Wow, that's just so crazy.
So the way the AI worked was to have the xenomorphs sort of tethered to specific areas, so that they could sort of path their own stuff, and according to like how many xenomorphs were tethered to a specific area, new spawns would then tether to an adjacent area, so that they'd find alternate paths to come in and, like, you know, ambush you and flank you and stuff. But in reality, on the release game, what happened was they'd kind of just spawn, run towards you, then stop, kind of wobble a bit, run away maybe, you know, just do whatever the hell they want, because there was just a broken line of code.
Patched remaster incoming then.
Maybe. The thing is, I mean, I haven't played the whole game myself, but fixed AI, yes, but isn't the story still a bit crap, and, you know, the multiplayer a bit crap?
Well, the story was just absolutely uninspired. It was just the usual shit of like, oh, I don't feel very well. There's a weird pain in my stomach, but you can escort me around.
Ah, no one's seen that before.
Yeah, the usual, like, really. Yeah, that's fun.
I just want to jump in, Matt. have a question from Turk Monkey, who's listening on Twitch. He
Okay.
says, do you know if your Xbox account will link with a PC copy of Warframe?
Right, so I'm pretty sure that because crossplay isn't enabled, the way it works, I haven't tried this myself, but the way it works is you can kind of sync your account when you create a new one, but then you basically have two separate accounts with the same sort of base level of progression. So if you progress in the Xbox, it won't progress in the PC, and vice versa.
Ugh. So basically,
pants,
that's a
but
no
it's
then.
basically a no, yeah.
That sucks.
So just play it on PC because it's fine.
That sucks. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
What was I saying? Yeah, I was just basically slagging off Colonial Marines for being pants. But yeah, expect either a patch or some kind
I
of.
still remember playing Aliens Colonial Marines on launch day. There, we played it in co-op. There was me, Peebs. Was it you, Darren, as well?
Yeah, and Dan and JMO. I think there
That's
was
it.
quite a few of us, weren't there?
And didn't Peebs go for his famous dinner again and just sit there? And we
no,
pulled him
'cause I think it was
through.
quite late when we played it.
Mm.
Because I know you stuck it on. I remember you only played it that one night. You was like, right, let's fucking do this hardest difficulty because I ain't fucking sticking this back on again afterwards. Like, and I think Dan jumped in and was like, right, I'm doing this. And then I think he wanted to take it and trade it back in the next day.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I think because I rented it, I think, so I was quite lucky. But yeah, we
have to soil your game shelf with it.
well, yeah, and we finished it in one sitting that night many years ago, and fond memories of that. And I'm sure Peeps did his famous going for a dinner. I'm sure of it. Anyway, it was a fun time. It was good memories. Shit last boss though.
Yeah. Oh, wasn't it just Spacer Dude? You said.
Space the alien, I
no, it was
believe.
the Queen, and you just lined it up with a fucking launcher thing and
Yeah, and you
like
put it in
shot it out
space.
ship with cargo.
Yeah.
Does everyone remember? Anyone remember playing the playing Conker's Bad Fur Day on N64?
Oh yes, what a game.
Do you remember the alien bit in there?
I don't really, because it's been so long.
Yeah, you have an alien queen. You're in a loader, and yeah, you do the thing. Arguably a better alien game than Colonial Marines.
Wow.
Yeah. Next on my list was Mark. You'll love this because you've been mentioning on several recent podcasts that you were enjoying The Crew 2.
Well, the demo.
Fair, the demo. Its review came through in PC Gamer.
Yeah, what did it get, like a 4?
55%.
Oh, that's so awful. And it is a shame because I've been looking at a lot of reviews myself, a lot of video reviews, and they have put me off buying the game, unfortunately, and it makes me sad.
Absolutely.
I mean,
It looks janky.
The thing that put me off after playing the demo, I mean, the car mechanics was a lot of fun, but just that, dude, bro, you need to get some social media followers, bro.
This was it.
God.
Thing in the review, like the map's occasionally nice, it's sort of pretty sometimes, but it's tried far too hard to do that Forza Horizon festival thing where you need your fans, you need your followers and stuff. Ends up reminding me a bit of Stick of Truth. You got to get X million friends on Facebook before you can progress to the next bit. But it's that sort of just shoveling accomplishment at you by just making some friends and stuff. It's like, oh, but don't worry if you lost this race because you're still amazing. Also on PC, it's capped at 60 FPS, which is a bit annoying for people that have monitors with high refresh rates, but suck it up. But it supports native ultra wide and double wide, and yet there's no field of vision adjustment. So edges of your screen are always going to be a bit weird if you have those kind of things, which is a bit pants. But I just thought I'd amuse you by saying 55%.
They're just going to end up doing the same kind of games, aren't they? Because I don't think they've been having much luck with their sports titles, have they? I mean, there wasn't Steep theirs as well.
Yeah, and that's actually a pretty good game. I picked that up on Xbox when it was on sale for like £8 or something stupid.
I had a Bosch on a free alpha for that, and it was pretty if you like white.
Yep. So that means you must be Donald Trump because you like white.
Now let's not get political here.
Anyway, what else you played, dude?
Well, I'm coming around to what I've played in a bit, but there's a few other bits of news. Monster Hunter
Yep.
World has finally been given a PC release date of August 9th, so that's all good. Really looking forward to playing through that again, but on the PC.
I still need to finish it.
So that was nice. You've got an article that came up recently, just a series of small games from the 80s and 90s on PC that are actually still being updated by their own developers,
Wow.
which is crazy, but quite nice in a way. Stuff like I'm just opening a bloody link again. Sorry about that. Someone say something.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Excitement.
Yeah, you've got certain old games from just the past which are still being developed now. NetHack. People might know what NetHack is.
Yes.
It's basically the original roguelike, because it was derived from 1980s Rogue. But it's still it was released in July 1987, so it's older than me, and its latest update was April 27th of this year.
Wow.
Which is crazy. You've got games like, I think Ultima Online is still being done, yeah. Which is, again, released 1997. You've got StarCraft still getting updates because it's still, still massively popular. But I just like the fact that, certain games are still getting a load of attention from the people that made it, which is nice.
Yes.
Other than that, I mentioned Warframe. I don't know, really. Looking forward to playing Octopath Traveler for a little bit. I have been playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Oh, yes. That game is good.
It's actually really enjoyable. It's better than Chronicles X, in my opinion, because that got a bit boring quite quickly.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people were a bit hit and miss with that one with X.
Yeah, I mean, it was a cool concept, and I like Stompy Robots, but I mean,
and good composer for the soundtrack as well.
Yeah, true. The soundtrack for those games are always quite nice, but yeah, I'm only sort of 5 or 6 hours into Chronicles 2, so more to come, but thoroughly enjoying that so far. Other than that, getting back into World of Warcraft again properly, because well, pre-patch for the new expansion goes live on Wednesday in Europe. So that's going to involve stuff like an item level stat squish, changes to every class and every spec, the dismissal of the OSFAC weapons, and just getting ready for Battle for Azeroth, which itself launches August 14th, as far as I'm aware. So really looking forward to that.
And I'm a lowly level 22.
Hurry up, then.
I do have a level 110, which I've not actually made yet.
Yeah,
just buy a character.
I don't know if I actually have time to play this game. I don't know if I made a mistake buying this expansion. I might just stick to Warframe.
Yeah.
And PUBG. Haven't played PUBG for a while. I need to get back on that at some point.
Nah, don't worry about that. Thing is, your character boost isn't going to go anywhere, so
Yeah, true.
Well, I think that's been pretty much done. All I've really been playing is Warframe, WoW, and Xenoblade, so
Nice. I do need to get back into Xenoblade. It's just too many games on the go. Because I'm trying to. Well, I want to play Assassin's Creed. I want to finish that.
Yes.
I'm not going to buy the new one this year. I'm going to wait till next year when it's
the new one looks so good, though.
It does look amazing. And then maybe Yakuza 6, which is still in the wrapping. I've got plenty of games to play.
The demo for Kiwami 2 hit us while you were away.
Oh, nice. Picking that up?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Probably not. I still haven't even got through 0 yet properly.
Well, hurry up.
It's like I was trying to explain today, because obviously they launched Defiance 2050 the other day. And
oh, that game sucks. Darren.
I was a huge fan of the original, and people were saying to me, like, oh, you're going to get the new one, like people I used to play the old one with. But like I said, I've played it before, and I've got so much these days. Like, there's about 4 games I play at the moment that all have fucking dailies on. I haven't got time to do, like, countless stuff on other games like that, especially ones I've already played before, and it does sound like it's had a fair few issues at the moment, like with lag and people getting, like, kicked to the dashboard when they do arc falls and system freezes and stuff.
But it is literally exactly the same game.
Yeah, it is supposed to be like pretty much the exact same game, but
it
with
is,
just a few extra bits, isn't it?
Oh, mate. I mean, I know we had a lot of fun on that together on the Xbox 360. I'm not going to take that away from it. It was a lot of fun, but I do think it's had its day. The TV show I really liked. I liked that how they mixed together the game and TV show. I thought it was something new and interesting. But as I say, it's had its day. The game is janky as fuck. Stick to something else, Darren. You know you're playing Final Fantasy 14. You're playing Terra. You're playing Elder Scrolls Online. It's like there's only so many hours in the day.
I mean, Elder Scrolls Online's dailies are pretty good. You just sign in. That's pretty much it. And Terra doesn't really have dailies. You just sign in, just keep your consecutive login bonus going. That's it, really.
And just stare at some armor. I mean, lack of armor.
Or what was it? Flying cop cars or something they've got in that game, or something utterly stupid in the PC one.
I don't know. It's all mental. I haven't played a PC one in years. I booted it up because it went free to play, and I'm just like, oh god, oh no.
I mean, the other thing I have noticed with a lot of games, like I'll obviously speak about Elder Scrolls in a little bit, but with say Final Fantasy, like there's people out there that go, oh, you pay a monthly fee to play it and everything, but the servers on it are stable as fuck in comparison to any other MMO I've actually played on a console.
Fair.
Like even Elder Scrolls Online, although it looks great on the X, it's got that nice sheen, nice resolution to it and all the rest of it, but apart from that, it still suffers from frame stuttering and the usual net bollocks that you get with connection issues and stuff. And like when you stick on Final Fantasy, it's just there, like at a solid 60 FPS, doesn't ever really dip below it, and you don't really get any frame stutters or anything on it, even with like sort of content where there's like 30 or 40 of you running around at the same.
Thing is, like they've had long enough to develop these things by now. I mean, the tech's relatively old, the engines aren't exactly new, so they've had plenty of time to optimize all this stuff. Final Fantasy 14 is huge. I mean, you know, it makes sense that they've done it right.
Yeah, well, they have their own
jankier
servers.
MMOs.
The game actually is on its own separate servers, isn't it? It doesn't like even on like similar to what they did, I think, with the Play Online viewer thing on the 360 for 11. Like, you don't need to connect to PSN to even play 14. You need the PSN there to initially connect to the basically the.
Oh yeah, it's just a network.
The system booter or whatever it is. But once you're in that, PSN can go down or whatever, and you can still be sat there playing it.
Yeah.
Anyway, anything else?
I'm done personally.
Darren?
Oh, mate, you're right. Yeah, well, the usuals, obviously. Like I say, 14. I've been doing a fair bit of again. They released the new Deep Dungeon, although this one's called Heaven on High. I don't remember if you remember doing that one, Webby, at all, where you go into into a never-ending dungeon that you can go down all these different, or up or down these floors. And
yes.
Roguelike aspect, so it's never the same twice, sort of a thing. It has like random floor patterns and enemies and traps and stuff like that. So they've added a new one now, which is in another zone. So I've been running that a fair bit. That's great fun. They've improved that a lot. So you can go from sort of like floors 1 to 30 for like the standard story, and then all the way up to 100 and above, like to carry on if you want a challenge and stuff for it. But it's now done, so you can start from the last sort of 10 floors up to get your pot sherd, which is like what you hand in for your goodies and stuff. Whereas before, originally, you'd have to run the entire 50 floors all again from the beginning. And it was an utter ball ache, so they've made a nice change there, and like I've really enjoyed doing this new one anyway. It's good fun running in there with groups and lots of like leveling your armor and weapons up, and even coming out of it, there's different ways now you can hand in sort of like for your reward, so you're not cashing in everything at once and like losing loads of power off your weapon. You can do it sort of like bit by bit, which is cool. Also today they did the live letter, which basically talked about a lot of the upcoming stuff for the game. One of the things that was obviously announced, quite a surprise over the E3, was this collaboration with Monster Hunter that they're doing between 15 and Monster Hunter. More details come out about that today in the live letter. The version of it, or the collaboration with it on the on Final Fantasy is you're basically going to be fighting against the Rathalos. So there's going to be 2 different versions of the fight. There's the standard 8-man fight, and then there's going to be an extreme 4-man version, which is like the traditional Monster Hunter player count. The one thing that's quite interesting about this fight is there's no aggro meter in it, so you don't need the usual tank healer composition kind of thing for it. So that's going to be interesting to see how that pans out, because it's obviously all been changed to be sort of AoE based attacks and whatnot. Completing, I think, the extreme version of it can net you like a Rathalos mount, flying mount.
It's pretty sick.
Like Palico minion, Poogie minion, the barbecue spit outdoor furnishing for your house.
So it sounds like you're still balls deep into the game. I mean, because you were talking about cancelling your sub. Have you changed your mind on that now?
Well, basically, it was all to do with the Eureka thing. I used to do all the relic weapons and stuff, and I absolutely hated what they did with it with Eureka and was tempted to walk away. But they've had like quite a steady content drip going, because they seem to be releasing patches now. It's a tactic, I know it is. It's to stop everyone just burning through everything and then ditching their sub for like a couple of months until the next patch. So they're sort of like drip feeding you stuff over each month. So I've had sort of steady stuff to do, like they added the Hildebrand in with this Heaven on High dungeon thing. But yeah, going back to the Monster Hunter version of it, obviously in the Monster Hunter version of the collaboration, you're going to be fighting against Behemoth, which is a pretty damn cool monster from Final Fantasy to put into Monster Hunter, to be honest. It suits it perfectly.
Oh, completely, yeah.
And for completing it on, or doing those fights on Monster Hunter, you will be able to get armor, which is basically the Dragoon armor set from Final Fantasy XIV,
Sick.
complete with the Gaybolg, like, spear and everything. Plus, I think there's like Poogie's dressed up like a Moogle or something weird like that, or something bizarre.
That's so bad.
But the other cool thing about this collaboration is it's permanent. These aren't timed events. It's a permanent addition to both games.
Oh, so it's not
only going to be available for a set time, like a lot of the stuff is in Monster Hunter World, which is the only part of the game I dislike is this stupid games as a service model that they've taken with it. I mean, it's good that they do the events. They're running one currently, like the Summer Festival event, and you can get like an Aloha outfit for your Palico and like diving gear for yourself, like in this summer event thing that's going on, where they bring back sort of other of the event quests that have been around before and whatnot. So I've been playing that a fair bit as well recently, doing dailies and such on that again, where I wasn't before. But while the event's running, I might as well take advantage of it. Apart from that, Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see you're playing that, Darren.
I'm really enjoying it.
Oh.
Like, there are parts of the game that annoy me to a certain aspect, one of which is my common hatred of, like, when you level up in the game and everything levels up alongside you. I find that pointless. But I can see why they've done it in Elder Scrolls. So it's basically so you can progress through the quests how you want to, when you want to. Like, you can jump in at whatever, and everything will be at your level, so you can do the content at your own leisure. Rather than, as you know, in Final Fantasy, you might go off, do a few of the main story quests, and then it's like, oh, I need to level up a couple of times before I can do the next quest, off to grind some mobs or fates. Whereas I've noticed, like, Japanese games aren't bothered about that kind of thing, but a lot of the Western games stay away from that kind of aspect to them. They'd rather just get people in there and off they go. So yeah, I think I'm about level 23 in it at the moment, but it is like I was hoping it was going to be, and that's like one of those games you stick on and then you turn around about 2 hours later and you don't realise how much time's actually passed, and all you did was like walk down the road, loot some chests and like raid a few houses and such for gear. But again, like I said before, it does look decent. The soundtrack's amazing, even though it isn't Jeremy Soule doing the soundtrack. It's like someone else doing like a perfect homage to those scores in my eyes. And you can pick it up now for like £4, £5. I think I paid about £4.50 for my copy, and then I bought like the Morrowind upgrade for I think it was about £8 on top of that.
Fair.
Got it on a Humble Bundle on PC a while back.
Is it cross-play?
Great. I don't think it is. It seems fairly populated though. I will say, like when I jump on at the weekends, because I'm now in like Daggerfall, and like when you're running around in the main city, I do see a lot more people around there over the weekends than I do on during the day. But it generally is quite a busy game. There's a lot of people playing it.
It's on Game Pass, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean even better if you've got an Xbox One X, grab that on your Game Pass, and you get like the nice Xbox One X enhancements that go with it and everything. It's just a shame, like I said, about the frame dips and stuff, where obviously the information going back and forth's a bit too much.
It needs to be
But unless
cross-play.
you've got like its own dedicated servers and stuff, then you're not really going to eliminate that. Unless you've got like super fast internet, or you live next to like a server farm or something. I don't know. Yeah, the usual sort of like just Fortnite. They're doing an event, but I won't talk about it too much at the moment because I want to try and keep things a bit wholesome.
Fair.
It's not the greatest at the moment. They've reverted back to an old event that's shit, and there's issues with people.
And the
rage
Battle
quitting
Royale
out of
mode is still as popular as ever, which is annoying.
I mean the whole thing's died down, hasn't it? From the like, oh, you can't cross play it on the Switch with the PlayStation version or something. Like the big hoo-ha there was, wasn't it?
There's still the hoo-ha, but no one cares. Well,
yeah, I mean, how many games has it been? It's like 2 indie games and a fucking free-to-play.
Yep.
They're not exactly super important, but yeah, I can understand it is kind of a bit shitty or whatever, I guess. I don't know, but it's not the end of the world at the end of the day.
No.
But Sony are going to have to freaking sort it out soon, to be honest, because like it's only going to take a few more things like that, and they're going to lose a lot of the goodwill they've built up this generation.
Yeah.
I mean, they've actually got they have like huge advantage going into the next gen in the fact that they've built up such a following in this gen that they can pretty much hit the ground running, and they don't want any hiccups going into the next gen. So they pretty much have to make sure cross-play's a thing, and also backwards compatibility is a thing.
Yeah, I have to say that backwards compatibility is a massive thing on Xbox now, and it's proving to be very popular, a lot more popular than what people initially thought it would be.
Yeah. I mean, it is something I sort of like, kind of like, it's not something that like super interests me that much, but it is very important to a lot of people.
I mean, I don't get it. I mean,
keep things going.
Personally, I still have my 360 hooked up. So if I want to play anything on that, I'll just turn it on. It's not difficult, is it?
Yeah, same here.
Anyway, have you played anything else, Darren?
I have, but I can't really think of anything off the top of my head at the moment, I'm afraid.
Okay, I'm just going to go for some questions then. So, Ruski, I don't know if you want to join the chat or not. I'm just going to blat out your question, even if you don't join. He wants to know, is he going to be the only person playing No Man's Sky on Xbox next week? Is he going to be on his own?
Oh, is it out very soon, is it?
Next week on Xbox. It's Xbox One X Enhanced. I won't be buying it on Xbox. I tried the game when it came out on PC and I wasn't impressed, but I know it's had a lot of updates since then, so I will reserve judgment. But for me, it would be a no.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't have an Xbox anyway, but I don't know. Just like Mark said, tried it on release and I tried so hard to like it.
It is supposed to be a lot better now, isn't it?
Well, the thing is, I have popped back into it semi-recently, and it is a completely... Well, it's not a completely different game, but you know what I mean? There's actually gameplay there now. There's things to do. They've added actual sort of... I'm going to say storyline, but, you know. But there's a big expansion coming out in soon, if not already. I can't really remember now. Called No Man's Sky Next.
Yeah, is that the one that added
And,
like the living quarters and things like that you could build and such?
No, that was Atlas Rises, I think, which is one of the older patches. But they've
Right.
been constantly working on it since it came out. So I mean, just kind of keep your eyes on it, really. But they claim that the No Man's Sky journey is far from over.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, if they ever do another version of that game, they're gonna have a lot of goodwill.
Yeah.
Because like so many people were burnt by the original.
Yeah. Yeah, I pre-ordered it, and yeah, regret.
I didn't pay for it, and I still deleted it. Lols.
I went over the sort of Steam refund deadline by like 5 minutes,
Oh, no way.
and they were just like,
That's
no.
so gutting.
So it's sitting there rotting in my library.
Anything else? Any other questions from anyone in the who are listening live?
Anyone on Twitch? Anyone on Discord?
Because I'm going to go for the questions on Facebook in a
Oh,
sec.
I did play Division, which is actually, I can't remember if I remember or not, Webby. They added like those badge systems, didn't they, to the game, which I think it was just before you went away.
To what game,
where
sorry?
you can earn Division.
Oh, really? Oh, I haven't played the Division since I've been back off holiday.
Yeah, well, yeah, they added like these badge systems where you unlock sort of stuff for the second game with these badges, and I know that the next batch of those badges should be released in the next sort of like few days, I think it is.
We need to get on it.
Yeah.
I need to play some more of this game. Okay, no, I can't believe no one is joining the Discord for fucking questions. I'm disappointed.
Well,
this
maybe
is the
next
first time.
Yeah, well, people need to know. Join the Discord chat, and if you have a question, just jump in the voice chat with us and just say hi. Ask a question. We need questions. Anyway, I'm going to go for the Facebook ones. Okay, so first question is quite a good one actually from Nigel Arnold. Hi, Nigel. Good on the Twitch, Mixer and YouTube content makers who are just regular gamers sat in their rooms making a ton of cash in some cases. Do you think the bubble will ever burst? I worry most have never had what we call a real job and will crash back to reality with a big thud when it happens.
I mean, the only thing that, like, fair play to all those people that do it. I mean, I'd love to be able to do something like that myself if I wasn't so abusive. Because you can quite easily be on stream and say the wrong thing, or the wrong thing can slip out and it can completely ruin your career.
Quite literally, in someone's
especially
case.
in today's like outrage culture where you only have to sneeze in the wrong direction and you've got an army of SJWs on your case or something. I mean, it was like only Boogie the other week, wasn't it? He went on a podcast, said something slightly taken out of context or whatever, and people just jumped down his throat over it.
Oh, that's ridiculous. I mean, what you have to remember is there is not a hell of a lot of people that are making millions out there. There's just a few super popular ones where people are just donating stupid amount of money to them. But the vast majority of streamers aren't really making any money, are they? They're just doing it for the fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way it should be at the end of the day. There's obviously like a lot of really well-known ones like your Ninjas and your Jacksepticons and whatnot, but not everyone's going to be like that. But I have been watching the odd stream every now and again, even like sort of like YouTube sort of like recordings where people have been on there, and like they have stuff on there that they call super chats, which is like basically where someone donates like a couple of dollars or something to get their quote read out on the show.
Yeah, it's a very Twitch thing.
They can make a lot of money on those.
Yeah, so I've watched a few Twitch streamers, and they do a similar thing where if you donate, say $5, your name gets put on the screen, and literally the whole stream it's just people's names just popping up all the time, and some of these guys are making a lot of money. But I mean, I don't think it's healthy. You know, you got some of these Twitch streamers that are doing it for 8 to 10 hours a day plus, and you're just literally sitting there on camera just gaming non-stop. I mean, I know to some people that sounds like a dream, but I just don't think it's that healthy. You know, it's not a healthy lifestyle. You need to get out and actually socialise with real humans every now and again.
Sad
Oh yeah,
though it is.
definitely.
I
Yeah,
absolutely agree. The other
yeah,
thing is, like, if I sat there sort of streaming for 8 hours and stuff, I wouldn't be able to like have a nice scratch. Wouldn't be able to pick my nose. You know, it's just
yeah,
ugh.
Off camera, mate. Just
You
pretend
just
you're
can't
looking
be
out for the
comfortable.
loo.
Yeah.
yeah. So there was a whole chat going on about this on the Facebook group. I'll let you guys jump on the Facebook to look at it. It was quite an interesting discussion actually.
Yeah.
So. I mean, what Nigel said in reply to Steve was, it worries him when he sees a 17-year-old buying a Lamborghini, having no real sense of the big bad world.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, this was the thing, wasn't it, back in the day where I laughed with, like, there was the huge thing with, like, obviously hip hop back in the day, in the late 90s and
Yeah,
early 2000s, when it was at its height, really good stuff. A lot of artists would just go out and straight away they'd buy the fucking rims and spinning wheels and like jewelry and God knows what else and that. And then you had like other interviews with like people like Method Man and whatnot, and they'd be like, "No, I stuck it all in real estate and put my money aside because you know you can't do this forever."
yeah.
So
Just
they were
talking about
planning
hip
ahead.
hop. There's
Yeah.
a show on Netflix called Unsolved, and it's about the Biggie and Tupac murders. That's pretty good
All
to
right.
watch.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting. So it might be something that you might like.
Oh, actually, yeah. Going back to the streaming thing, that's what I was going to think of, but I
Yeah,
was like taking off my train of thought. There have actually been people that like specifically only stream one game, like obviously like a lot of the Call of Duty streamers,
yeah.
and a few of them have actually ended up absolutely hating Call of Duty because of it, because they're playing it day in, day out, over and over and over again. And
Yeah.
obviously you're going to get a lot of people that sort of like probably follow you and troll you and all this other sort of stuff that can go on a lot nowadays. So
Well, the two big games still at the moment are PUBG and Fortnite. You just can't get away from them. It just seems this battle
yeah,
royale thing is just
I
taking
mean the
over the
bubble will
world.
burst on that
Oh yeah, of course
eventually
it
as
will.
well. Yeah, they'll move on to something else. It's the way it's always been. It was military shooters last gen, wasn't it? And now it
Yeah.
seems to be battle royale now,
Yeah.
currently.
I'm wondering what the next flavour of the month's going to be, really.
Pokemon.
Tiramisu.
Okay, I'm going to go on to the next question, guys. If just remember, if you're listening live, you can join us on Discord, ask some live questions, or even join us on The Voice. That would be pretty cool. Okay. Paul Clark says, was the internet in Australia as bad as they say it is? Winky face. I actually did a cheeky speed test while I was at my Mr. Sister's house, and they had 50 meg. So it's just Sly that has the shit broadband because he's on the wrong side of the country.
Is it just so he can
All right.
blame it on lag?
Yes.
Was it 2 cups and a bit of string?
Well, at Sly's house it is, yeah. Ian Stewart says, spending all my time playing Witcher 3 just now. Amazing game, but after getting it at release, I played about 15 hours and didn't really get all the hype. After the Xbox One update, I went back and I'm now hooked. What games do you not enjoy? Did you not enjoy or play much only to revisit and really enjoy?
I have had this happen, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head. But I've known quite a few people who have similar things where it's like they initially hated something and then the more they put. Oh, also one game that I was like that with was the original Morrowind, which is pretty much my favourite game of all time.
Nice.
Elder Scrolls 3. But when I first played it, I was like, what the fuck is this? You know, you go off into combat and you're swinging your sword around all gangly and that, and you're not hitting anything because it's all based on like proper RPG dice rolls and such. But it's only after I put in like say 5, 6, 7 hours and start feeling my like that's one of the games originally where I felt like my character was proper progressing and getting much better. And like I say, it ended up becoming like my favourite game of all time.
It's a good choice. And for me, it's Assassin's Creed. It's every Assassin's Creed game except for the newest one. I've played, not really gotten into, and then sort of 6 months later, I'll pick it up again and mince it and love it. weird. I don't know why. It's only with those.
I can't really think of anything recently. I mean, I just cane games, if I can.
Well, I mean, you take the opportunity when you've got it, right?
Yeah, I mean, the only one that really springs to my mind was on the 360 was Test Drive Unlimited. I really hated it, and then I went back to it about a month later, and it became like one of my favourite games.
The games that click and that after a while,
Yeah.
once you get used to what's going on.
And then we all remember the infamous Test Drive Unlimited 2 launch date.
There's still, I still regard that as a really good game. I had such a good amount of time on that.
Oh, it was a great game. It's just, I remember it was just so funny being in party chat with everyone on the day it came out, because I'd convinced like half the community to buy it, and then everyone was in party chat with me going, "It's not fucking working, Webby. I can't believe you convinced me to buy this shit."
Servers. We're on separate. It says you're right here. It says you're right here. I should be right in front of you. Why can't you see me? Like, what's going on? You're on the map. Like,
Yeah,
but yeah, there's no game to fill that void. Like, if the only thing I can think of is if, like, say, Forza Horizon went the extra mile and also let you buy houses and, like, say, dress up your avatar and stuff.
well, guess what, Darren?
What's that? Please tell me it is going to happen.
Forza Horizon 4, you can buy houses and dress up your dude.
Oh, awesome! Awesome.
I was watching. Yes, I was watching a live stream on it the other day, and I was getting really excited. Sorry, there's a train about to pass. Yeah, I was getting really excited watching this stream, and you can buy houses, and you can even buy Edinburgh Castle.
Because that was what I felt proper pimp in Test Drive 2. You'd invite people around your house, you'd be like, check out my new pad, and then you take them down into the garage and be like, there's my Ferrari, there's my Lambo, there's my fucking Koenigsegg.
Yeah.
Like, smiling and everything.
Horizon 4, to be fair. It's just every time I hear news about it, it's like, oh!
Yeah, it looks amazing, and it's part of Game Pass, so I don't think I'm even going to buy it, because I do want the VIP in the DLC, but I'm like, well, fuck it. Get the standard game for the cost of my Game Pass, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm really excited
when's
for
that
that.
out again? I can't remember.
August the...
No, Forza's not August. It's
September,
October.
October the 4th?
I think
Okay,
it's
that's not
October.
so bad.
Something
Because
like
if it
that.
clashes with Battle for Azeroth, I'm just, no.
But yeah, that was like, if people ever say to me games that were ahead of their time, I would definitely say Test Drive Unlimited 2 is one that definitely fits into that. I mean, the other thing as well that I thought was awesome was the pre-order bonus for it was the casino DLC.
Yeah.
Which I know one of my online friends, Goose, he spent at least 200 to 300 hours in that casino on Friday nights playing poker championships against other players.
That's awesome.
And he used to love it. Whereas I'd just be sat there asking him how he's getting on while I'm on the slot machines, trying to win that freaking convertible Audi.
It was like a second life, wasn't it?
It was brilliant. I really enjoyed it.
It was so good. And everyone said it was shit. I don't understand why. It was absolutely brilliant up to the first day launch.
Because the online didn't work properly, and then when the online did work, and like you used to have those like club races, didn't you? Where you could get clubs and they go against each other. But half the times when we was in those, they basically end up with getting one of their people into the lead, and then everyone would just take everyone else out, so you couldn't catch them up. Because like the club would get points for whoever won, not the individual who necessarily won. It was the club. So yeah, there was a lot of dirtiness going on in that with the club aspect to it.
Okay.
And then they added the motorbikes as well.
Yeah, the motorbikes was cool.
Later on. Yeah. Sorry, go on.
I just want to go on to Nicky.
Reminiscing a bit.
Oh no, I just want to go on to Nicky G Wilson's question. He said, "Did I see any koala bears or kangaroos?" I did at the zoo. I went to the zoo, people. It was fun. It's a shame that was it Atari that published Test Drive?
Yeah, it was Atari. Yeah. I don't know whether it's a license that's still up.
Well, I know it's still on PC because I actually own it on PC. But it's really hard to get to work if you buy it, because you have to like sign up on this fucking shitty website that's like
I think
half
someone
dead.
I know said they tried playing it the other week or a few months ago, and it was still working. Test Drive 2.
Yeah, it still works, but it doesn't. I don't think it. I
Yeah,
mean, I've not played it for a long time.
It was made
but
by Eden Games. I don't know
Yeah.
what they're up to nowadays, and obviously published under Atari.
The website.
Yeah, anyway, we get off it, otherwise we'll be having a retro cast about Test Drive.
Just makes me sad that these great games just disappear and die.
I remember the huge achievement I felt in saving up like 1.2 million to buy myself the Koenigsegg, and it handled like an absolute dream. I was so proud for a good week or so of that.
Good times. Good times. Okay, questions. So, Facebook, we have some more questions. Tom Harding says, a fan remake of PT got shut down recently by Konami. Do you think they're just cruel suits, or does it mean that they still have plans for the Silent Hill series, especially after the success of Resident Evil 7? I just want to say that it wasn't all bad with that piece of news, because I actually offered the guy that made that fan project a job.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and he's only 17.
Nice.
Yeah, so there you go. Not
there
all
was
bad.
a PT mod for some other game I saw someone tweeting about earlier on today, actually, and I don't think it was the same one.
I'm not sure. I've not heard about this.
Yeah, I'll look into it briefly while you're chatting away. Anyway,
okay,
sorry.
Cool. Next question. Arif Ra says, I've lost my mojo for gaming. Dude, we are Mojo. Come to us. We will give you the gaming mojo. He says, I've not gamed for at least 2 months. I've been addicted to watching Netflix and Sky. How can I get back into gaming? Bye.
Well, the follow-up comment on for this question on from John Sampson actually makes a lot of sense. Watching a 100% platinum Let's Play of Final Fantasy X that really helped.
Yeah.
Just watching something and I guess just seeing someone else have all that enjoyment, might kickstart some little bit of jealousy. It'd be like, oh, I want to do this myself. Launch yourself back into something good.
But also, I think that summer in particular is quite difficult for gaming, because it's sunny outside. It's sunny outside. People get outside and enjoy the world.
Get outside and lay on the concrete, going.
I find I game a lot in the winter because it's dreary outside, and you become like a bear who's hibernating in the winter, right? You just drive to work, come home, you don't fucking do anything, right? Whereas in the summer, you want to be outside, you're sunbathing, you're doing stuff, and it's awesome. So this is what I don't understand. It's like with the Australians who game a lot, because it's like, you've got a really sunny country, why not just go to the beach or something? I don't know. Convince me that I'm wrong. But yeah, summertime is the summer lull of gaming, and I'm sure if a game doesn't bring you back to it now, it will do once the weather turns shitty. Guaranteed.
Or like something that can get you back in is like playing online with other people, having a good laugh.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people are playing Fortnite.
But we don't necessarily endorse that here at Mojo Radio.
Why don't you join us on Warframe? Why don't you build a kick-ass PC, spend some money...
Well, you don't even... Oh, is it
us.
crossplay Warframe or not?
No.
Oh, right. Because it is on everything anyway, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
But yeah, just build a PC. I'll get you back into it.
But yeah, there we go. To the previous thing that I mentioned, it's apparently called a claustrophobia mod for Fallout 4.
Oh,
and it adds like a Silent Hills thing to the game.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
Okay, next question. Nikki Wilson. I'm moving out next month into my first home, and money will probably be tight. How do I budget for games, as I normally just buy all the games and consoles I want? There's a thing, Nikki, there's this thing called a credit card. No. Seriously, but seriously, you will always find money for your hobbies. That's just a simple thing, right?
Or
Even
just
if-
be a
even
bit
if
more
you have to live
selective.
off- Well,
Yeah.
there's that. I mean,
Yeah.
even if you have to live off super noodles for a month, it's fine.
Yeah. I would happily
Yeah.
do that.
You will
Start
find out
playing
that
loads
you
of
will.
always online games, and that way you'll be too busy playing those every day to even think about playing anything new.
Yep.
Yeah. Or play Warframe because it's free.
Yep. There you go. Easy. Or just get through your backlog as well. I'm sure you've got a huge backlog of games.
Everyone
True
has, I
that.
think.
Pile of shame is rather massive. Paul Johnson says, does the water really go down the plug hole the opposite way? I don't know. I didn't even look. It probably
It's
does.
the toilets, isn't it, that flush the opposite way, apparently.
I think the
Well,
water in
it's
the
all
plug
of it.
hole goes the wrong other way because you're upside down, right? Colin Blake says, does everyone wear those cork hats out there? I didn't see any cork hats.
Crikey.
Crikey, mate. Crikey. Is Australia really that strict with violent rated films and games? I believe they're strict on games, but not really on films. I'm not sure. And Elliot Hanton says, anyone got tips for the Lord Vessel in Dark Souls 1? There's this thing called YouTube, Elliot. Look at that.
Just as
Isn't-
you said
isn't-
that, he's probably Twitter has been bombarded by people.
Yeah.
The Lord Vessel, isn't that just the item that you get after Ornstein that just allows you to sort of walk between bonfires? So I'm not quite sure what you mean.
Rooski Doos just put a question. When's the summer arcade meetup? This is a good question. Summer is nearly over and we've not organised it yet.
Shit.
We've still got most of July and all of August, and if we're getting this Indian summer, then summer's going to be sticking
Well,
around
I'm
in early
gonna
September.
we're gonna try and organise it for the the school summer holidays. So my missus is off.
So you can find a babysitter and stuff.
No, he'll be coming and playing the arcades as well. And obviously need to look at my shifts at work because I have no holiday left, so I need to make sure I'm actually just scheduled off.
Which kind of works in my favour as well anyway.
Yep. So I will let you know in the next couple of weeks on the podcast, and we will go to the place, the arcade place. That's up north somewhere, near Birmingham, I think.
Manchester, wasn't it?
Manchester. I can't remember. It's been ages. What's it called? Oh, Arcade Club. Oh,
I think it
I
was
think
Manchester.
so.
Arcade Club. It is. Find us. Yes, Bury, Greater Manchester.
Nice.
So, yes. arcadeclub.co.uk. We will be doing it. It's just we need to get some dates. And then we might also be doing a Brighton meetup, getting pissed in pubs with Dan. So if people want to come to that, you can
Nice.
come to that
And
as well.
sleeping down these afterwards.
Well, I think that might
I'm
be
joking.
that's going to be
I'm
hotel
joking,
rooms.
Dan's like, what? I didn't say shit. Like, fucking everyone.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that will happen. And that is all the questions. And no one from the community joined the voice chat. I'm sad.
That's all right. Maybe
Well,
they'll
I'm
hear
sure
now
people
on the
listening
podcast.
to this, yeah.
Yeah, they will hear and they
Exactly.
will join the Discord. It will hopefully make the Discord a bit more popular as well.
Yes.
Because Discord is great. And I have noticed, I'm touching wood here.
You are.
Yeah, that we've had no problems with the stream using Discord.
I think you
Nice.
dropped out a bit to us earlier. But
Oh, really?
Not really. Yeah, but that might have just been me spazzing out or something. I don't know.
It's hard to tell as well when if you're like while we're speaking if we're going robotic or not because
Yeah, but
obviously
we
we
tell
can't
you.
hear ourselves. Yeah.
But there's
A couple of
been
people have said in the Discord chat that sound quality is really good. So
yeah. So we've had no dropouts. It's been good. Skype sucks balls. There we
There's a
go.
lot of people have abandoned Skype.
Oh,
I
it's
must admit.
just. I think it.
Great
I
for
think
video
it
calls,
uses.
but that's about it.
Well, I think it uses a lot of bandwidth.
Mm.
And it's just. I don't know. It's just bloatware, right? That's what it feels like. This is good. I like this. trying to get Stunty on here. Oh my god, that's going to be fun, isn't it?
What, Discord?
Yeah.
Has he not joined the Discord group?
Oh,
then,
you know what he's like with technology.
Guessing awful.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, so if there's no more questions, no more news or anything, we're going to end it here, guys.
That's cool.
It's been good times.
It has.
And so yeah. So from me, Mark Webb, Gamertag, Pearson ID, Steam ID, Webby317.
Oh, you did just drop out there. And
Yeah, I
me,
did.
Matt,
Oh, weird.
set a 2508, whatever. That guy. Yep.
Yeah, Sensei Switch.
So thank you very much. Don't forget to visit us on Facebook, facebook.com/groups/Mojo Interactive. You can find us on Twitter at Mojo_INT or at Webby317. And you can also find us on Discord. I will put the link in the show notes. And if you want to give us money, Patreon is the future.
You say us. You really just mean you.
Yep, just me. And that's it. So from all of us here, it's been amazing. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Fun times.
I was just thinking, actually, I haven't seen Alex around for a while recently.
You haven't got him on your Facebook, have you?
Oh, right, no, I don't do Facebook.
He's not around for a little while.
Oh, right, is he having some
That's,
annoying...
is this that thing?
I'm not saying it. I can't, mate. I'm not going to say things.
Oh,
but
no,
I'll
that's
let
fair
him,
enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's just... I want to say he will be back.
Oh, right, that's good.
Yes.
Just wondering, that's all. Just haven't seen him around.
Yeah, it's a shame because on Sunday there was the retro market again, but I was at work, so that sucked because I would like to have gone and spent more money on stuff. I'm sure he would have been there.
Cool.
Yeah, I might try and see if I can get some Warframe in if I can. I don't know. We'll see.
Tonight.
I was going to say, it's all
I'm
gone a
gonna
bit
try.
quiet. Is Marcus eating, or is he just...
Oh, I don't know. My
dozed off?
missus has disappeared with him. They vanished ages ago.
Is there a suitcase missing as well?
There's a suitcase missing. Oh no. Yeah.
Well, Mark, I mean, like, if you want to play some Warframe, I'm still in night mode, so yeah, I'm going to be up for ages.
I need to let you know because I need to.
Well, literally, just message me on WhatsApp or something, and I'll be around.
Oh, cool.
How do you guys deal with that? Because it used to absolutely fuck my body clock up something rotten.
I've just done 7 nights in a row for cover, and it's just, I got in at 7 this morning. Thing is, I would just have stayed up and gone to bed about now, but because of this, I didn't. But it'd be fine.
Well, I tried to after
It
my
sucks, but you
nights.
just deal with it.
After my nights last week, I finished Friday morning and I tried to stay up all day, and then I crashed and burned at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh wow!
And woke up at 7 in the evening.
Where I used to do, like, obviously nights for years and years and years, like recently nowadays, I love the mornings. I love getting up at about 7 o'clock, getting that nice, fresh morning air and
Go for a
everything. And during the
walk.
summer, it's the coolest part as well. Yeah, go down the shops and stuff, get your shopping done before everyone gets out of bed, pretty much.
Yeah, I fucking hate night shifts. If I don't mind doing shift work, I don't mind working weekends, but nights just fuck me up.
Yeah, it's not ideal. I mean, you know, we're not designed to function at night. You know?
Yeah, I mean sometimes I do a set of nights and I don't feel too bad, but some sets I just feel like dog shit. It's just really weird. There's just no consistency.
No, there isn't, is there?
So it's just fucking. And in this weather, it's impossible to sleep during the day.
Well, even if you do sleep in this weather, you generally don't feel like you've had a decent night's sleep anyway. You wake up sort of all hot and bothered and sort of achy.
Yeah.
I just look forward to when I'll be able to sleep under my freaking covers again.
Yeah. There we go. Well, it's going to rain for the rest of the week, isn't it?
Mark?
Did you hear that?
What's
Yes.
That? What?
Oh, right, wow.
You farted, didn't you?
Yeah,
No.
I did, yeah.
It activated your fucking voice.
That was Darren, not me.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't blame me.
What? Well, usually it is you.
Yeah, but that's only, on shift.
Oh, office stories coming out, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
Well,
I spend the whole
usually-
night just farting because we just eat a lot of curry.
But you've got to
It is
admit, though, you've got to appreciate there's perks to both things, you know what I mean? Like on nights, it's obviously a lot quieter and you can do your own thing a bit more. But like you say, your body ends up paying for it after a while.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. We all work really hard.
yeah, we, mate, there's just not a minute spare.
No, just flat out the whole time. Horizontally flat out.
Yeah.
Sleeping.
Or as we used to call it at work, assume the position. I'm just going to assume the position for half hour, keep an eye out.
I'll tell you what, having a switch is the greatest invention ever for night shifts. Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, I used to like put loads of time into my 3DS and my Vita at work. It was great. I think I've played the Vita within the last 6 months, maybe once,
Wow.
because I'm not really out and about that much more. Sort of a thing. There's like, you're not going to sit and play a portable, are you, when you've got access to sort of like a PS4 or an Xbox or whatever in front of you, are you?
No. Alright, guys, I'm going to jump off. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
No worries.
I'm going to see how the baby and the wife are doing. They've left me all alone.
Fair. I'm
And,
going to probably play either WoW or Warframe.
Cool. Well, I'll give you a text
Maybe
if I'm on
up to
Warframe anyway.
Yeah, gives a shout.
Cool.
If not, I mean, obviously I'm off all week as well, so you know.
Yeah, sweet. Alright, guys. Catch you later. Cheers.
All right, excellent. Catch you later. All right, see you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.